Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Force Chapter 248. When we last left our heroes, we checked in very briefly with Shinra, who seems to have returned to consciousness in Adola. He might not be in the most human of states right now. He seemed to be kind of flamish when we saw him. But we spend the rest of the chapter continuing the fight with Giovanni, as he taunted Team Vulcan with knowledge of the past of the Joseph clan, how they eventually left the Amaterasu project after hearing the first pillar inside Amaterasu. And then the fight continued. Giovanni tried to attack Lisa, and Lisa realized that Giovanni is just a giant mass of bugs. And so Vulcan pulled out this machine that he's apparently had the whole time, told Lisa to stick one of her tentacles inside, and it fucked with the way that Adola bugs communicate, reducing Giovanni to a single insect. It was a little anticlimactic, but I'm excited to see how this all plays out in Chapter 248, A Life Force Dispersed. On our picture here is just this scrawled symbol for Cataclysm, which is fitting, and implies it's going to be quite the important chapter. It gets the whole, black border and everything. We also see a picture of the Fire Force character book. Currently at 13 million copies in circulation, the official Fire Force character book is now available. If I were in Japan, I'd be very interested. Anyway, we open with Giovanni, who at this point is just like a spider. No, I'm trying to see that there's 6 legs there. He's just an ant on the ground. He's laughing. You call me pathetic? Me, Giovanni, who knocks and knocks and knocks and knocks before he crosses? You've missed the mark, Vulcan. So that line also is a reference to way back in the workshop arc. He talks about this metaphor of knocking on the bridge to make sure it's safe before it crosses. And I'm not sure if he's just being crazy, or if that metaphor is somehow, he's saying that he's, uber prepared, even prepared for this. But Giovanni says, you missed the mark of Vulcan. And then he starts to buzz with his, I think that's the abdomen? I'm not quite as familiar on insect biology as I was in, 3rd grade. But Vulcan looks shocked as he sees Giovanni just reforms. Interestingly enough, the Plague Doctor mask grows with it, which is kind of interesting, if you ask me. Is the Plague Doctor mask made of bugs? I don't know. But anyway, we're right back where we left off, which I think is kind of good, just because it felt really sudden, Giovanni's defeat last chapter, and so knowing that we actually did absolutely nothing works really well. Also, it's a great panel composition. The whole Amaterasu arc has had some really, really great panels, and this is one of them. It's not quite as good as Giovanni's arrival in 246, but just, seeing Giovanni, 2 or 3 times the size of Vulcan, as Vulcan can just stare up, is great. And Giovanni looks at him. Perhaps I should give you another gift of fear for the bounty you've bestowed upon me. And just then we hear this scream. Wah! Ah! And Vulcan looks towards the noise, a little confused. One sec, I fucked up on Manga Dex and went back to the previous chapter. Anyway, I looked back confused. And we see Yu is freaking out. Bah! It's a bug! I mean, I figured he would have known that. And he's clutching at his throat again, which is reminiscent of the 246 scene where he thanks Giovanni for nearly killing him. And Vulcan calls back, you? And I think this is you again. This can't be happening! And Giovanni just laughs. Ha 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 ha. And Yu continues screaming. Gah! Ah! Gah! Gah! Wah! Still clutching at his throat the whole time. And his screams can be heard even outside Amaterasu. What the fuck is going on with Yu? These past 3 chapters, Yu has just become such a weird character. To the point where even Company 8 can hear him outside of Amaterasu. And Obi looks shocked at the noise. And Hinowa calls, Captain, what is that? And Obi tells the group, fall back from the line and get inside. And Arrow tells Hinowa, go, I've got this. I'm counting on you. And he pulls up, I guess, his rifle case. And they all go inside Amaterasu to help out Vulcan. Hang on, Vulcan. But just then someone dashes past Hinowa. And Hinowa stares wide-eyed as the dust kind of clears. And he sees Charon standing there guarding the door. And a very sudden shift, given that he was previously the one trying to get in. So yeah, we see he's like bloodied up from that attack that Ogun did on him back in, when was that? 244, I think. But he's still standing clearly as he guards the door. And Charon yells, "The cataclysm will purify this world and bring an end to this hell." And Hinowa gets ready to fight again. Get out of my way! And he readies his rifle, loads the bullets, and gets ready to shoot. Also, it's important to note, apparently, that he's littered the floor with these rifle barrels. And Tamaki asks, Maki-san, what are those? They're a new model of barrel using special materials we got from Hajima. His velocity rampage shot used to destroy a barrel after one shot. But with those, and we see Hinowa, ready to strike. I love this panel. It's just half of the panel is just pure black. And he shoots right into Charon. And Charon grits his teeth, but he holds strong because Charon is incredible and I love him. But Hinowa loads another bullet and keeps shooting with the same barrel over and over again into Charon. And Charon just grits his teeth and grins. That's another incredible panel. Holy shit. Like, Okubo did not come to mess around tonight. And I hope these are on, like, when in the published volume will be on, like, opposite pages, as Hinowa just stares him down placidly as he shoots. I think it would work better in a Western left to right, as, Charon is looking right on the first page and Hinowa's looking left, so it would end up kind of like this. But still, it's two great panels, two great pages of just like Charon screaming. And then we see Ritsu. And Ritsu taunts them, have you caught on yet? You're not the ones keeping us here. And Obi, Maki, Tamaki, and Arrow all kind of realize what Ritsu is implying. Well, we've kind of figured out with Giovanni being inside. And Victor's just calling desperately, Vulcan-kun! 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 And Yu is infernalizing. You! This is Lisa calling out, you! Stop it! Please! And Giovanni just laughs. Ha 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 ha. And I think this is still Victor calling, Vulcan-kun! And Vulcan kind of grits up his face. And we see you continuing to scream, and Vulcan says, a bug got you. So yeah, I guess Yu's just dead. So that means that the earlier scene, that's not him talking about Giovanni. That's him saying that he was bit. Oh shit, I feel stupid for not realizing that earlier. Oh fuck, okay. So yeah, Yu was kind of dead. I mean, I kind of wish that we got more time to really know you before this happened. Like, I feel like we saw you briefly at the start of Company 5, and then, for the workshop arc, and I think he showed up once in, like, Arthur's Adventures, I think. But you is not that big of a character to make into our first casualty, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really, emotionally invested in Yu's death, I guess. Anyway, a bug got you. Giovanni's controlling the bugs without any magnetic orientation. Do you have any idea how else it could be doing it? I need your help, Licht. I need something. An insight. And Victor assures him, I'll figure it out. That's the whole reason I'm here. To be continued chapter 249, Waiting Beyond Despair. All right. I really dig this chapter. Um, even if I'm not exactly emotionally invested in Yu's death, I love this panel where I love the silhouetted Yu as we can just see the flaming eyes and mouth. It's I mean the series has great designs. all nothing else I can say. This chapter is just a lot of fun. Especially with I'm very very glad that Giovanni is not done yet. So I stand justified in holding off judgment for last chapter until I'd seen this one. I do in the end wonder why we had that kind of not a cliffhanger, that fake resolution if we were just going to immediately cancel it, but canceling it was for the best. And now Yu is dead, dying as he is infernalized. And the rest of Company 8 kind of realizes the trap that's been set for them. That, as Ritsu puts it, you're not the ones keeping us here, meaning that they're the ones that the White-Clad are keeping Company 8 out, so that Giovanni can do his thing. And, I mean, she's kind of right. If Giovanni can get in, in the way a bug can get anywhere, so of course Giovanni, who is in his base form a single bug, can get through their blockade easily. And now that the trap has been sprung, it's no longer the White-Clads who are doing the sieging. It's now Company 8 who has to lay siege to Amaterasu. And even with all of Hinawa's strength, Charon is not giving up that easily. And like the 5 pages we get of their fight, like, is so simple and yet it's so good. Like, we may get 2 pages just dedicated to Hinawa and Charon glaring at each other, but when it's drawn this damn well, I mean, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Like, Okubo's drawing skills and his art and his panel composition have been off the charts for this final arc. And then we get the promise of Victor, taking a more focal role than he has for the whole arc. As we've now reached the reason that he's here, to help Victor figure out what the hell is going on with Giovanni. And I think that's kind of going to be the focus of next chapter. I'm trying to like suss out a meaning behind the title "Waiting Beyond Despair," and I don't really have a meaning for it. So I can't use that to try to work out any specifics of next chapter. But it does look like it's going to be focused on Victor and Vulcan, and Giovanni, of course. But yeah, this is just all around a fucking great chapter. Fire Force's final arc is riding high, and this is just another high point of an arc filled with high points. So yeah, I can't fucking wait to see where we go from here. So that's all I have to say for this video. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!